Cutting Edge Sports.
With Warren Holt. Kira Hubmaster, escorted by Tom Hubmaster and Angela Turnbull and Jess Hubmaster. Jay Martin, with Darryl Martin. Jack Merrill, escorted by Craig Merrill, father. Jacob Nelson, escorted by Matt Cressy and Kay Nelson. Shane Nelson, with Sean and Melissa Nelson. Kevin O'Toole, with Stacy O'Toole. Griffin Riley, Darren and Lynn Riley. Andrew Sylvester, with Owen Sylvester and Jordan Sousa. Thank you to all our seniors and parents for supporting our seniors. And we have a second page. Avery Yeager, with Eva G. Grasso and Bob G. Grasso. Ava Levine, with April Levin. Let's have a nice round of applause for our seniors and our parents. Thank you all. Thank you to all our seniors for your hard work and dedication to the Kittatinny Wrestling program. We will miss you. Thank you.
Cutting Edge Sports Network is the #1 high school sports site dedicated to bringing you the top local sports coverage in the New Jersey area. We are focused on curating live play-by-play broadcasting, game recaps, weekly news articles, and the best overall coverage. Everything you need to follow your local high school sports teams is right here in one place, the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Live, local, sports.
All right, teams are both warmed up here at Kittatinny. Now we're going to honor the former state champs here at Kittatinny, Athletic Director Todd Van Orden. We're going to send it over to Al Palucci once again.
To Kittatinny Regional High School. Today is our Breakfast of Champions. This morning we are honoring our 5 state champions. Kittatinny Regional High School recognizes Steve Dowling from the class of 1991. Our very first state champion. He was a 4-time district champion, 3-time Region 1 champion, 3-time state finalist, 2-time state champion in 1990 and 1991, 1991's high school national champion, and was inducted into the Sussex County Sports Hall of Fame in 2014. Congratulations, Steve Dowling, on a wonderful career. Our next champion of recognition for the class of 1996 is Roman Flazier. He was a 3-time district champion, 3-time Region 1 champion, 3-time state finalist, 2-time state champion 1994 and 1996, 2-time All-American at Hofstra University, and 3-time ECWA Conference champion. Congratulations, Roman Flazier, on a great career. Next up, from the class of 2002, is Matt Valenti. At the high school level, Matt was a 4-time district champion, 3-time Region 1 champion, state champion in 2001 and 2002, high school national champion runner-up in 2002, A6 Fargo freestyle national champion, 3-time EIWA champion in 2004 and 2006, 2007. 3-time NCAA All-American in 2004 and 2006 and 2007 at the University of Pennsylvania. 2-time national champion in 2006 and 2007. Ivy League Wrestler of the Year in 2007. UPenn all-time wins leader with 137 wins. 3-time USA World Team Trial place winner in 2009, 2010, and 2011. And the USA Olympic Trials qualifier in 2012. Congratulations, Matt, on a fantastic wrestling career. The next champion from the class of 2006 is Will Livingston, Jr. With a career-high school record of 145 wins and only 12 losses, Will was a 4-time district champion, 3-time Region 1 champion, 4-time state place winner, state champion in 2006, was the first All-American at Centenary College, and was the 2-time All-American in 2010 and 2011. Congratulations on your hard work and dedication over a successful career. And our final champion from the class of 2008 is Derek Valenti. He was a 4-time Caldwell Tournament champion, 3-time district champion, Region 1 champion, 2008 state champion, came in 3rd place at the Senior Nationals in 2008. Upon graduating high school, he went to the University of Virginia, where he was a 2-time ACC conference runner-up, 3-time NCAA qualifier, NCAA All-American in 2011, and was the team captain his junior and senior year. Congratulations, Derek Valenti, and an overall great career. For myself and everyone from the KRHS community, I would like to thank these hardworking individuals for all their hard work and dedication, making all of us and their families proud to see them succeed at the highest level possible. Let's give them, once again, a round of applause. Sportsmanship and good citizenship. This evening's contest is an educational experience, and as such, it requires the highest standards of conduct from the athletes, the students, and the adults. Also, masks are required in all public New Jersey schools. Please acknowledge the following sportsmanship policy dealing with biased incidents. There will be no tolerance for negative statements or actions between players and coaches. This includes taunting, baiting, berating opponents, trash talking, or actions which ridicule or cause embarrassment to them. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion should not be tolerated. It could subject the violator to rejection and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. If such comments are heard, the penalty will be assessed immediately. Thank you. Let's have an enjoyable day. At 106 for Jefferson, Sean Callan. And for Kittatinny, Gavin Collier. At 113 for Jefferson, Max Alonso. Across the front. For Kittatinny, Bilal Izat. For Dylan Zucky. At 120 for Jefferson, Joseph Connolly. And for Kittatinny, Shane Nelson. At 126 for the Falcons, Gavin Mullen. And for the Cougars, Aaron Cover or Jacob Savage. At 138 for Jefferson, Ryan Flammer or Ryan Thorsland. And for Kittatinny, Chris Casal. At 144 for Jefferson, Frank Ginarelli or Christian Gould. And for Kittatinny, Avery Yeager. At 150 for Jefferson, Brian Tilley. And for Kittatinny, Bryce Schofield. At 157 for Kittatinny, Joseph Tobias. And for Jefferson, for Kittatinny, Ethan Dowling or Stephen Dowling. At 165 for the Cougars, Ethan Dowling or Stephen Dowling. Okay. And forfeit for Jefferson. At 175 for Jefferson, Logan Kerr. And for the Cougars, Tucker Lockburn. $190 for Kittatinny, Tyler Holst. At $215 for Jefferson, Peter Del Portis. And for Kittatinny, Jay Martin. And at $285 for Jefferson, Dylan Patcher. And for Kittatinny, Ty Eldred. We now please rise and proclaim our national anthem.
And we just had the Lehigh introductions by Al Palucci. This is a big match today between Jefferson and Kittatinny. It's the final match for both squads before they head into the state tournament starting on Monday. Kittatinny will be hosting North 1 Group 1 to quarterfinals and the semifinals. And Jefferson will head down to Riverdale in North 1 Group 2. Jefferson comes in with a record of 16-2, 1-1 in the division. They suffered their lone division loss to High Point last week, 52-18. As they were able to knock off Newton. They trailed big in that match, came back at a big win for Max Alonso to help them get back in it at 113, and they pulled out the victory over the Braves to give them their one win in the Freedom Division. Matt Moscatello does a great job with this program. He has about 200 wins with them, and we're going to start tonight's match, or this morning's match at 106, as I'll bring in my partner, Mike Moore. So, Mike, these two teams, and we'll have a forfeit at 106, so Jefferson will get the early 6-0 lead. But these two teams know each other real well, Mike. And you've wrestled a long time. When you know the other guy's moves, there's no secrets out there.
Well, yeah, these teams are they're relatively close, just mileage-wise. These towns are very close. They're all familiar with each other. They've been wrestling together since they were kids in clubs, and now on the high school level. So this is a big match today, and we're going to get started at 113.
So Max Alonso will be wrestling for Jefferson. And Dylan Zupke will come out for the Cougars. The Cougars come in with a record of 14-2, 1-1 in the division. Their lone loss, just like Jefferson, to High Point, and they beat Newton. It was a very good match. Newton made a late run, but they held off the Braves 39-36. They're led by the legendary Hall of Fame coach John Gill, 620 wins. He got that win the other day when they were beating. They beat Pascack Hills 70-6. Since the loss to High Point and Petersburg, their two losses a year, they bounced back with the win over Newton. They beat a very good Riverdale team, who we'll talk about a little bit later, 36-34, and they beat Pascack Hills 70-6. So, takedown for Alonso. Alonso comes in with a record of 15-7, and Zupke for Kittatinny comes with a record of 3-13.
And Dylan Zepke, his last match, he won against Pascack Hills on a 6-4 decision.
So Alonso, we talked about the big win he had to cap the comeback against the Braves. Zupke, he's got a losing record, but he's one of those tough Kittatinny program wrestlers. He rarely gets stuck, and he saves points and has picked up wins when they needed it.
Well, you can see that right now. He's established on the bottom, but he's not giving anything. He's not letting any arm bars. He's really just centered, and like you said, he's not going to lose points.
Alonso on top. 30 seconds to go, first period. Thanks again. Welcoming you to Kittatinny High School on a frigid Saturday morning here on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. They had a great ceremony that you saw honoring all the state champions from Kittatinny. I was fortunate enough to cover all 5 of those guys at one time or another in my media career up here in Sussex County, and not only terrific wrestlers, but all great guys as well. So it was really cool to see the Valenti brothers again. I see Will Livingston around because his sons, Ethan and Steven, wrestling here. And I've known Roman Flazar. I covered his 96 championship. So a real fun morning for everyone here at the Breakfast of Champions, and especially for me, as I've seen these guys wrestle. So we'll head to the second period. Alonso with the 2-0 lead over Dylan Zupke.
Well, Zupke hanging in there against Alonso, and he's going to be on top to start the second period, and he trails 2-0.
So Alonso will try to get out, get his one, or maybe work for a switch. So Kittatinny forfeiting at 106, so Jefferson with the 6-0 lead. Alonso trying to get out, trying to face him. No point yet. Zupke's got the leg.
He's trying to get looks like a fireman carry. If he can lift him up, he's trying to get the 2 points here. He's holding on to that leg.
Nothing yet. Tim White, the veteran official, and he got the neutral. Alonso got the leg out, so 2-1 our score. Excuse me, 3-0 our score.
And he took control.
Yep, he gets the reverse. So he'll jump out to a 5-0 lead. If you were watching the Lehigh introductions, Jefferson will be forfeiting at 165, so we'll have 12 bouts today. Trying to lock up Zupke here is Alonso, talented freshman, but he said coming into this match with a 15-7 record. For Jefferson team having another great year, under Matt Muscatello, the former All-American at the College of New Jersey. Had a great career there, had a great career at Lenby Valley, and has really established this Jefferson program. I can't believe it's been 17 years since he took over.
And like you said, Dan, Dylan Zupke is a product of Kittatinny wrestling. You can see how he's not letting Alonzo turn him or try and get any additional points.
He trails 5-0, but he's going to get the stall. Stall warning with 25 seconds to go here in the period. Alonzo trying to turn him. Zupke already has the one warning. Next one will be a point to Alonzo.
He's got to try and get to his feet. He's going to try and do that right now. But Alonzo's putting a lot of pressure on him as he's trying to turn him at some point. He could pop his head out here. Maybe, maybe not.
No, well, we're going to come to the end of the second period, and it'll be 6-0 lead for Max Alonzo of Jefferson. And we mentioned those state champs, and all of them coached by the legend John Gill. 43 seasons here at Kittatinny. 8 state team titles, championships. He had those state champions that we just saw, and 2 numerous to mention, region and district champs. And Jefferson with a rich history of state champs as well. You have Tyler Malonis and Dan Valamont, David Hughes. Alonzo trying to work it in there. And their first, 1993, Jeremy Baylor. So Zupke still on bottom. Alonzo trying to work. Not much going on here. Trying to turn him is Alonzo, trying to get that Nelson in there, but not in there yet. 1:20 to go.
And like Dan said, about a little over a minute remaining in the third period. Alonzo has controlled the whole match as he clings to a 5-0 lead. And Zupke does have the one stalling warning, so he really needs to make a wrestling move here.
And we'll see if he gets another point here. Alonzo with the 6-0 lead, trying to lock it up here. Zupke's got long and lean, using that leverage, and then allowing him to, Alonzo, to lock that up.
He's basically straightening out every time Alonzo tries to cradle him. He straightens his body out, and that's good wrestling technique. Although Alonzo is definitely dominating this match, Zupke is doing his best to stay off his back.
So Zupke right now does not want to give up another 2 points because that would be a major. So trying to save bonus points is Dylan Zupke. Alonzo trying to get a couple more in the final 20 to get that major decision. These two teams are so evenly matched. They did not wrestle last year because of COVID. And the last time they wrestled was 2 years ago. And it was a win for Kittatinny. Last year, Jefferson was built for some big things, but COVID kind of ruined everything for everyone. And there's the buzzer. So congratulations to Max Alonzo. He'll post a 6-0 win. And Jefferson will go up 9-0 over the Kittatinny Cougars. As we were saying, Jefferson last year had a great team and no postseason for the team, so it was individual, as they had a great team last year. So they're looking to make some noise this year, get a win over Kittatinny, which is always good. A great program.
And overall, Jefferson is 16-2, 11-2 in the conference, and they are currently in third place behind Kittatinny in the division. So this is a battle for second place as we get ready for the next match.
And we'll see who comes out at 120 for Jefferson. And it'll be Jared Holler will come out for Jefferson. And right away, picking up the twos, Kittatinny.
And that's what they need right now, Kittatinny, because they are trailing 9-0. So he's coming out being very aggressive here, picking up the two right off the bat, trying to turn him. He's going to let him up here and see if he can take him back down. That's
Shane Nelson out there for the Cougars. He missed the High Point and the Peaburg match due to a COVID protocol. He came in third at the HWS. The senior 18-3, so this is where Kittatinny will be looking to get bonus points. And found Mr. Nelson, he's probably looking for 6. Nelson trying to turn him.
Nelson's being aggressive on top. He's trying to get him. He looks like he might have him down right here.
Going to pick up the flags. Nelson will get the back points.
Nelson pinned in his last match against Pascack Hills in 1:42, and he currently leads 4-1.
He'll be at the 3 back points, push that up to 7-1. We'll come back to the middle of the mat. Nelson having a terrific year, as we said, 3rd in the HWS. It really solidifies the Cougars down low as they look to win a Group 1 state title. First, they'll have to get through the North 1 Group 1 bracket. Butler in there.
And he locked it up there. Look at that.
He's got him. Wiggled out of it.
He did wiggle out.
Pick up another 2, 9-1. Good work by Holler to get out of that, but he's in trouble again. More back points coming this way. Will hold the back points. He's still got the pinning combination going. He might have it here.
This could do it here. This might be it. A lot of pressure on him.
Yep, he gets the full with 21 seconds to go here in the first period. So Kittatinny gets on the scoreboard, but a pin from Shane Nelson as he picks up his 19th win of the season.
Very impressive win by Kittatinny, getting right back in this contest, trailing 9-6 to Jefferson.
All right, we'll go to 126. Let's see who they announce. So it'll be Jacob Savage for Kittatinny and Joe Connolly for Kittatinny, for Jefferson, excuse me. So Connolly and Savage will go at it here at 126. Connolly, freshman 17-10, having a very nice year. Savage, sophomore 0-3. So again, this is where Jefferson will be looking to get some bonus points possibly, but you can never assume that against a Kittatinny wrestler.
Well, these two teams are close in the standings, and you can see they're very close here today. And that looks like it might be a takedown.
No
trying to get
yet.
control. There it is.
He gets the takedown there. Kittatinny will host first round action North 1 Group 1 on Monday. As they will take on Sussex County foe Lenape Valley in the first round, 1 versus 8. Pompton Lakes will take on Cresskill. They'll have 2 matches down at 5:30. And then at 7 o'clock, the winners of those matches will play in the semifinals. And then the finals will be Wednesday at the higher seeded team left. At Butler, New Milford will go down and will wrestle Emerson Park Ridge. And then Hawthorne will wrestle Butler. The winner of those will wrestle each other at 7:30. And then whoever's top seed left will host on Wednesday. Either if Kittatinny wins, it'll be here. If Butler wins, it'll be down to Butler if Kittatinny loses in the first round.
Just about 30 seconds to go in the first period as Kittatinny hangs to a 2-0 lead in this contest. He's still trying to work him on the edge of the mat. Hasn't been able to turn him, but he's been in total control of this match so far.
We'll come back to the middle of the mat. Short time here in the first period. 9-6 our score here on a frigid Saturday morning. Glad they're able to get this match in because, as we said, the state's third on Monday, and this does have league ramifications. And the first period's going to come to an end. Oh,
look at that.
There?
If he can pop out. Look at that. Oh, man.
And he'll get the 1, it looks like. 2-1.
Well, that was a nice move right at the end. He did pick up a point. So Kittatinny going into the second period leads this match 2-1.
Trying to cut out is Savage. He holds the 2-1 advantage. So Connolly with a 17-10 record, having a great year. Just a freshman. Matt Moscadel's got a pretty young squad.
He's trying to lock him up. He just can't get the grasp. He's on the side. He's going to lose that, and that's going to be, he's going to get 2 on that.
Gets the
reversal.
Switch for Savage. He'll go up 4-1.
He's trying to turn them. They're going to go out of bounds, but a nice move as Kittatinny picks up 2 more points and leads this match 4-1.
.108 to go. Zuke trying to turn him.
And they might call a warning on Jefferson. He really needs to get to his knees so he doesn't get a stalling here, as Kittatinny is very aggressive on top. He's got that leg locked in the back. He's trying to set something up. He's going to try and pull him straight back here.
Trying to get out. It's Connolly. 22 seconds ago. He trails 4-1. Savage doing a nice job controlling and staying up top.
Absolutely, because Savage could ride high here and he could be flipped very easily, but he is staying back and riding very solid. He has his weight centered very well, and he's trying to close this period out as he does, and he continues to lead this match 4-1. So Kittatinny will start this 3rd period on top.
Trying to get out is Connolly, trailing 4-1.
And this could be tricky here, as Connolly's trying to get out, but he could easily turn this around.
Still got the ankle.
Connolly's trying to pop his head out. That's a bad move, grabbing the head like that.
Connolly tries to get him back.
Wow, look at that.
Gets the 2 for the reversal, then Zupke comes right back. Good little scramble there. 4-3 our score. We'll get another switch. And he's got Connolly on his back. He's in trouble. 6-3 lead for Savage. And he gets the fall with 1:11 to go here in the 3rd period. A big pin for Kittatinny.
Nice win for Kittatinny. When Jefferson grabbed the head, he put Kittatinny on the back, but that gave the opportunity for Connolly to flip him over and win this match.
So we'll head to 132. Be Gavin Mullen for Jefferson.
132 for Jefferson, Gavin Mullen. For Kittatinny, Chris Casal.
And Chris Casal for Kittatinny. Another great matchup between these two.
And Chris is coming off a win against Pascack Hills with a pin at 2:11.
Right off the bat, Casal picks up the 2. Casal comes in with a record of 16
that's
and
not good.
6.
Oh, look at that. That could be it.
Mullen comes in with a record of 11 and 5. He picks up the back points. And Casal off to a lightning quick start.
And this could be it.
And he'll get the pin, so Chris Casal does what he needs to do. At a pin of 125 left here in the 1st period. Kittatinny will push its lead to 18-9 as we move to 138.
Another impressive win for Kittatinny as Chris Casal wins the 132 match. Well, Kittatinny with an 18-9 team lead as we get set for 138.
Ryan Flammer, I believe, for Jefferson. Comes to a record 22 and 6. And Avery Yeager out there for Kittatinny.
Well, Yeager grabs the leg and gets the takedown and is off to an early 2-0 lead. Yeager's trying to lock something up. He's trying to turn him on the edge of the mat. Look at that. He's lifting him.
Yeager in control here. He has the early 2-0 lead against Flammer, who's, as we said, having a great year, too, for the Falcons. Sophomores 22-6, another of those young wrestlers for Matt Moscatello.
And Yeager coming off a pin in his last match against Pascack Hills. He pinned Max Unger at 3:31. And he still hangs on to a 2-0 lead with 56 seconds left in the first period.
We're going to have blood time, I believe. Or, yep, it will be blood. We'll come out here, Flammer with the blood. So thanks for joining us here on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. And for more information, go to the website, the Cutting Edge Sports Network. If you want to get some more information about what it's all about, please check it out. Also on social media, Instagram and Facebook. You'll get to see all the highlights and schedule of when matches and games will be on. So it's the Cutting Edge Sports Network as we clean up the blood. Now we'll talk about Jefferson in state tournament. They will head down to Riverdale on Monday, and they will take on Demorest at 4 o'clock. Then following that would be Westwood at the host Riverdale Golden Hawks at 5. And then the winners of those two matches will wrestle at 7 o'clock at Riverdale. And the other side of the bracket, top seeded High Point will host the matches. They'll host number 8 Ramsey. Newton will face off against Pascack Hills. The winner of those matches will see each other at 7:30 in the semifinals. So if High Point comes through, they'll host the final on Wednesday. If Riverdale comes through and High Point loses, it'll be at Riverdale. But right now, it's looking like it possibly be another showdown between Jefferson and High Point. They met a few years ago in the section final.
And you know, Jefferson leads the Freedom Division with 896 team points. So they can score, and their overall record is 16-2. But right now, they're still trailing in this match, 2-0.
So Yeager with the lead over the sophomore. Short time, and the first period will come to an end. Yeager with the 2-0 lead. So we head to the second period. He's going to defer. And Yeager will take bottom. See what Flammer can do up top. Talk about that Jefferson team last year. Austin Jack had a great year for them. Just a shame what COVID did, because they had a very good chance of winning that section last year. Their match with High Point was canceled twice due to COVID situation. And I know Coach Moscatello and the Falcons really thought they could have a chance. And nice job here by Flammer. Doesn't get the flags. But I know last year they thought they could possibly get High Point, but never had that opportunity.
And Yeager's staying tough on the bottom as they're trying to turn him up top. But he was not successful. He's got to watch it here because Yeager can pop out of this.
Trying to get out is Yeager. Flammer trying to bring him back to the mat, 1:15 to go.
He tried to switch out, but he was brought right back down. Still very close. About a minute to go in the second period as Kittatinny clings to a 2-0 lead. He's trying to break him down. Yeager's fighting him on the bottom.
Flammer trailing 2-0, 45 seconds to go. Yeager came out, picked up the quick 2, and he's held that lead since.
He's trying to switch right here. He doesn't have a move. But he's being fairly aggressive on the bottom. He's got the leg.
Trying to work his way in. 18 seconds to go.
He's going to try and crank that. Doesn't look like Yeager's going to go. Look how he crouched his body and got his weight centered. He is not going to get turned over.
Short time. And he got one flag. He got the second flag before the buzzer, so he'll pick up the 2 back points. And we're going to be tied at 2 as we head into the third period here at 1:38.
And that was a really key move for Jefferson, picking up 2 back points right at the end of the period. And we are now in a 2-2 deadlock.
Flammer on the bottom, trying to get out, get his one. Up top, Yeager. Tied at 2. Flammer trying to work his way out. Good job by Yeager holding on there. The little cotton ball that was in Flammer's nose pops out. See if the blood starts again. Yeager trying to turn, a little roll here. Oh, nice job with the switch. 4-2, Flammer takes the lead. Holding on to him for 105. Yeager tries to get out, he does. Good work there, but picking up the back points and extending the lead is Ryan Flammer. So he goes up 7-2. So Flammer trailing 2-0 has come back to take the 5-point lead with 40 seconds to go here in the third. And he might, almost had him there. Potentially dangerous. And there's the blood that we thought. Mike, what did Flammer do to get back into this match?
Well, I think what he's doing right now is working to a point, but he needs to basically have a closing move and really try and get some back points because he is trailing 7-2 at this point.
So Jefferson trying to get back on the scoreboard. 34 seconds to go. 5-point lead for Flammer. Flammer still in control. 20 seconds to go. On paper, Flammer was the favorite in this one, but again, when you're going against Kittatinny, there's no such thing. It's such a good program. Well, Yeager rolls out of it. 6 seconds to go, so it's going to be a 7-2 decision for Ryan Flammer. And he will cut Jefferson's deficit to 6, 18-12 with the win there. He'll pick up his 18th win of the season for the Falcons as we will move on to 144. We'll see who comes out. Looks like that's Reese Smith, I believe, for Kittatinny.
144 for Kittatinny, Reese Smith. And for Jefferson, Christian Gould.
And Christian Gould come out for Jefferson. Another good matchup here. Gould only has the one win this year, one match, but he's back and healthy. But Reese Smith comes right out and picks up the 2. Smith having a nice year for the Cougars. He's another one of those sophomores. He's 17-5.
And Reese Smith pinned his last time out against Pascack Hills at 2:47. And like Dan said, he jumps out to a quick 2-0 lead.
So just the second match for Gould, but that name well known in Jefferson wrestling, Michael Gould, part of that team last year. And Smith doing a nice job here up top with the 2-0 lead after the takedown. And Mike, it's going to be interesting because we talked off air before the match. Both of these teams very strong up top, and it's going to see who comes out because right now we're right in the middle. Close match. I think from 190 up to heavyweight, that could be a big swing in this match. We'll see who comes out on top.
Like you said, when they're battling this low, as we get into the bigger weights, this is going to be a very close contest. Only 6 points separate these two teams.
Both of them had similar score wins over Newton, but you can't really do that in wrestling because it's all about matchups. So we knew this was going to be a good one. Thus far, has not disappointed. 35 seconds to go, first period. The sophomore, they're telling him to let him go. You can hear the Kittatinny bench yelling, cut him, but Smith has other ideas. He's trying to lock up something. 20 seconds to go.
He's trying to lock up the cradle right here. And it looks like he might have it.
Yep, they were telling him to cut it loose. He's got 8 seconds. Can he get some points out of it? It looks like he's not going to. So the first period will come to an end with Reese Smith, the sophomore, with the 2-0 lead over Gould. Here at 144 pounds. And they defer. Gould will go neutral. So Smith with the 2-0 lead. Feeling each other out here in the middle of the mat. He's trying to get control here. And nice job there.
It looks like he might have him.
Yeah, he does. And there's the pin, the 5-point move, and Smith gets the pin with 1:32 to go in the second period. And Kittatinny will bounce back, pick up the win to go up 24-12. So Reese Smith doing a nice job there, picking up the bonus points where they needed it. And we'll head to 150. And we'll see who comes out.
That was a great move by Reese Smith, pinning him right on the edge of the mat. And like Dan said, Kittatinny jumps out to a 24-12 lead.
Bryce Coesfeld, the talented sophomore, will come out for Kittatinny.
And for Jefferson, Brian Tilney.
And Brian Tilney, the sophomore, 17-7. So two sophomores going at it. Tilney 17-7. Coesfeld 19-7. Second at the HWS, he lost to Colin Neal of Pope John, and Coesfeld jumps out to the quick 2-0 lead. So these are two guys, they're going to see each other, Mike, for many, many years. Both sophomores are both the same weight class.
Yeah, and that's the way it goes. You kind of get matched with somebody through your career, and
right.
These guys are, and then sometimes you go to college and you see the same guys. So
absolutely.
I'm sure these guys have seen each other many, many times.
No doubt. Potentially dangerous. We'll head back to the middle of the mat. So we're at 150. Coesfeld had a very good freshman year and then has followed it up with a terrific sophomore year, dropping down to 150. It was at most start of the season 157, but with team title and other stuff in mind, Coach Gill said, you know, I'm going to drop Stephen Dowling down, and everyone dropped the weight to get them ready for the state team tournament to get the most team points, obviously. So Coesfeld adjusting to 150. Again, I want to thank Athletic Director Todd Van Orden here at Kittatinny for having us. We appreciate it. Coesfeld trying. 35 seconds to go, first period. Tilney just laying there right now. Coesfeld trying to make the move.
He's trying to run it here. Not too much time left. They flipped him.
Oh, and there's the pin. Coesfeld, an excellent match with the pin with 11 seconds to go in the first period. So technically sound. That was a very businessman-like effort there, wasn't it, Mike?
Very professional yet aggressive. But that's the way to get it done. And I've got to tell you, Kittatinny is making a quick fashion of these matches, pinning out very quickly and jumping out to a dangerously 30-12 lead.
So 157.
157 for Kittatinny, Stephen Dowling.
Stephen Dowling, see, they're going to send someone out against Stephen Dowling, or they're going to give up the 6. And they're going to forfeit to Dowling. So Dowling will pick up the forfeit win. As you can hear in the background, much to the chagrin of the Kittatinny faithful. Stephen now with that will go to 21-3. And now it'll be 36-12 Kittatinny as we head to 165. We'll see who comes out here.
165 for Jefferson, Joseph DiBiase. for Kittatinny, Ethan Dowling.
And it'll be Ethan Dowling, the freshman, for Kittatinny, and Joe DiBiase for Jefferson. Ethan, as we said, it's in his blood. His dad, two-time state champ. His older brother, Steven, had a great career. DiBiase, the junior, 17-8. And the freshman, Ethan Dowling, 15-8. So the matches we've been calling toss-ups, Kittatinny's been winning, Mike, and that's the key to winning a team duel.
Absolutely. Everybody has to do their part. And Ethan Dowling, last time out against Pascack Hills, he pinned. They pinned, I believe, 11 times in that match. He pinned against Hunter Morton. So, as Dan said, everyone's doing their part as Dowling is trying to take take him down to the mat.
Big win over Pascack Hills, 70-6. So no points. We'll come back to the middle of the mat. Ethan Dowling's put together pretty well for a freshman, huh, Mike?
Well, I got to tell you.
He doesn't look like a freshman.
And he doesn't look like he's 165 pounds. He's very tall, and lanky wrestlers, in my experience, are the toughest wrestlers.
No doubt.
And he's going to get two here. It looks like he's going to try and get control. And he got it.
Yes, he does. Takes the 2-0 lead. Now, Jefferson was down 26 to Newton, came back to win, but I don't know with Kittatinny's firepower up top, would they be able to do that? Will come back against Kittatinny. As Mike pointed out, dangerously big lead for Kittatinny. Well, stalemate against Jefferson.
And if Kittatinny does win this match, they will jump out to a commanding lead. So this is vital for Jefferson to take this match.
No doubt. And the first period will come to an end with a 2-0 lead for Ethan Dowling. And Dowling got DiBiase in trouble right here, but DiBiase able to get level. You can hear Coach Gill, the veteran over there, the Hall of Famer, yelling out instructions. He was beaming like a proud papa or grandpa when they brought out those state champions. He coached all 5 of them. And again, they were all terrific. The Valentis, Will Livingston, Stephen Dowling, and Roman Flazar. Dowling, Valenti, all in the Hall of Fame, Sussex County Hall of Fame. Ethan Dowling trying to work out the Dowling name, well known in wrestling circles. Obviously, Steve, 2-time state champ. Go back to Steve, I believe his grandfather at Blair Academy. So the Dowling name synonymous with wrestling in this area. Under a minute to go, second period. Ethan Dowling with the 2-0 lead over DiBiase.
And he continues to ride on top. He has to watch not to get too high. He's trying to turn him here.
And he's going to pick up the back points. So it'll just be back points here. He won't be able to pin him where he's at.
But still a lot of time left in the match, about 30 seconds.
Yes,
It's a long time laying there.
Yeah, it is. And he'll pick up the back points, push his lead to 5-0. Eight-second short time here in the second period. Ethan Dowling with the 5-0 lead over DiBiase. One of those matches that Jefferson thought maybe they could win, possibly. You never know with his toss-up bout. But Dowling having a fantastic freshman year. So we'll head to the final period. 5-0 our score, neutral. And talk about having a workout partner when your older brother, Stephen Darling, your dad's a 2-time state champion. The home workouts, I'd like to get a camera in their living room. They roll around.
Yeah, I could imagine. This is probably a break for him, actually having a match.
They wrestle off to see who eats first.
Well, he's got that leg, but that could get him in trouble. DiBiase holding on to that leg. Dolan continues to apply pressure.
Trying to drive him with the head. And as you said, Dolan's got to watch himself here, too. You don't want to get that defensive pin. And he picks up 2 back points. So unless he pins him, it'll be 9-0.
Well, he needs to stay off his back to win this match, and he's going to pick up some points there.
He'll pick up a back point, and then we're going to have a switch for DiBiase. So it should be 9-2.
And DiBiase's been sneaky. I mean, he's been getting Darling towards his back. Darling has to be careful here.
9-2, and again, DiBiase staying level here. He trails by 7. He doesn't want to give up another point, make this a major. Right now, Jefferson needs points, and not just saving points. They need to get a win.
You need to, whatever you got to get him on his back. It's the only way to have any kind of chance here. You got to pin out.
DiBiase trying. Dolan will get away. 19 seconds to go. We talked about Matt Muscatello, an All-American at College of New Jersey. John Gill wrestled at Scranton before coming here back in 1980. Took over the program as assistant 1 year, and then the rest is history. And if he gets that 1 point, and he does, 10-2. Major decision right now. That's a big 1 point for Ethan Darling. And he is going to post a 10-2 major.
Well, nice win by Ethan Darling as he picked up that point to make it a major decision, winning 10-2.
So a commanding lead. This is going to be, I believe, Tucker Lockburner for Kittatinny.
175 for Kittatinny, Tucker Lockburner.
Lockburner comes in with a record of 10-7.
Tucker won his last match against Pascal Kills on a major decision, 10-2.
And Logan Kerr will come out for the Falcons. He's 13-11. Another one of those sophomores. Obviously, you want to win now, but the future is very bright for the young Jefferson team. Kittatinny has wrapped up this win, as even if Jefferson does pin out, they'll come up a little short.
So if Jefferson has any chance today, they really need to win this match. Still tied at 0-0.
No score here. Under a minute to go, first period. Trying to take the shot there was Kerr.
And he could work this.
A good job by Tucker Lockburner. Kittatinny fans want the 2, and they'll get it. Lockburner's dad was a terrific athlete at High Point. Wrestled for Jeff Hill and Jan Michaels, and was a great baseball player, too, at High Point.
Lockburner really has his weight distributed very well. His chest is right on the mid-back, so he's really trying to ride this out with just a few seconds to go in the period.
As we'll head to the second period, 175-pound match. 2-0 lead for Mr. Lockburner. Kittatinny's really bounced back. They lost a tough match to High Point. Nelson wasn't available because of COVID precautions. Kind of threw them off a little bit that night at Wantage, but Jefferson, High Point wrestled great. Then they had to host Phillipsburg. Phillipsburg took it to them, and they were at a tipping point. How would the season go? They went to Newton and held off a scrappy Newton team, and they've kind of righted the ship since then. There's 2 right there on the reverse. 4-0 our score.
Blackburn's trying to get to half Nelson and trying to turn him. If he can pick up back points here, that will give him a commanding lead.
Blackburn is still in command. 1:12 to go, second period. Been a dominant effort by the Cougars this morning here at Kittatinny. Again, want to thank Todd Van Orden for having us, the athletic director. Todd, a former outstanding athlete here at Kittatinny. Oh, he's got him in trouble here, Mike.
And this could be it.
Long time to be laying there.
It is a long time. Looks like he's got him.
Blackburn gets the pin with 30 seconds to go in the second period. And Kittatinny's now on cruise control. Now, it should be interesting. We talked about the battle up top, Mike, but both of these teams have matches on Monday in the state tournament. Knowing Coach Gill, he's going to send somebody out. Matt Moscatello's got a limited roster. He only brought about 15 kids today. So we'll see how that plays out now that the match is in hand. As we head to 190.
190 for Kittatinny, Tyler Holtz.
Tyler Holtz for Kittatinny. And for Jefferson. It could be it was Tyler Westover and Felia, 5 and 7.
Oh, he took him right down.
And that might be over there, Mike.
And that was a power move as he took the headlock and brought him straight down to the mat.
So Holsty with the pin. He'll go to 13 and 10. And Kittatinny this morning. Holy cow, 52-12. We'll go to 2:15. We'll see Peter Delaportis, the Boston College commit, going to play football up there. Got injured toward the end of football season. Only came back. He's 7-1. He came in 3rd at the Morris County tournament. He beat Henry Frayne of West Morris to win the consolation. He lost to Riley Kamoa. So Jay Martin, the big guy, first-year wrestler, 14-8, coming off a great football season for Joe Catelli. So Delaportis and Martin.
And you can tell he's a first-year wrestler. He's very aggressive. You can tell he's slapping the head, and he comes out very strong and very determined, but he's in trouble right here.
Yeah, Delaportis is a seasoned wrestler, had a great career before transferring back to his home district at Pope John, and Delaportis going to get the pin. Took no time at all, 24 seconds. And we'll see. This should be a great match if we see it. Ty Eldred from Kittatinny, 18-2 against the undefeated, I call him the Manster, part man, part monster, Dylan Patcher. As Patcher comes in 24-0, he basically pinned his way to the Morris County title last week. And these guys wrestled 2 years ago, and Patcher pinned Eldred. But Eldred having a great year, smart wrestler. He's 21-3. So final match of the night should be a dandy, and hats off to both coaches for sending these guys out. They could have just said, you know what, we got states on Monday. There's no need to wrestle this.
But these kids work hard, and it's great to see them on the mat. Ty Eldred, his last match, he pinned Kyler Alexander at 346 against Pascack Hills. So as Dan said, it's great to see these two battling right here.
The only person that Patcher did not pin last weekend at the Morris County tournament was Josh Herman of Mendham. He beat him 3-0. He pinned Connor Martin from Del Barton in just 24 seconds to win the title. And these two short, banged heads on the football field. Patcher was, Jefferson won the section title, Mike, and he was unblockable on the defensive line. He really was. And Eldred was a terrific linebacker and fullback, lead blocking back for Kittatinny, which won a state game in North 1 Group 1. Went down to Newark and won a game, I should say.
Well, these are definitely some big bodies. I got to tell you, they're still upright. Whoever can get one guy down, that's going to be it. Once they go down, I think that's going to be the match.
That's
so
what happens with the big guys. Whoever gets that throw. And that's what Patcher did to Martin from Del Barton, who came in as the top seed. And Patcher was the number 2 seed, but Del Barton, just an amazing program, not just in the state of New Jersey, but nationally ranked. They've wrestled Del Barton, wrestled Blair. And
look at that.
Almost. Patcher was smart to get off the mat. And we got a stalling warning and a point. So Eldred will get the 1 point. He'll go up 1-0.
Well, it's a great move by Eldred picking the point up. And I tell you, it's going to be that close. It's going to be a tight match unless you can get the opponent on the mat.
And that's what Patcher does. He has rarely gone the three periods. But Blair was able to beat Del Barton in a matchup with 2 Titans. Del Barton had a couple guys out of the lineup. Nurses some injuries from the Morris County tournament. Del Barton will probably face off with Bergen Catholic again this week. And the first period ends, but Ty Eldred with the 1-0 lead.
And how many times do you see that? Do you see the 285s with a 1-0 lead going into the second period? Usually these matches are done by now.
Right? They either get the throw or now they'll bear hug for the next 5 minutes.
Well, they don't usually go this long.
Right? And Patcher will get his 1. We're tied at 1. But Ty Eldred's having a great year. He had some concussion during football, missed a couple of games. Great to see him back on the football field and back on the mat. Terrific young man. So this will be the final bout. Uh-oh. Trouble there. Patcher's got Eldred down, but a great job by Eldred to get out of that. And he's got a good position here. Look at Eldred. And he will get the 2. So we're tied at 3. Great job by Ty Eldred. Not too many people take that move from Patcher and survive to tell the story, Mike.
Well, no, and Eldred was able to come out of it with points. That's where deadlock 3-3. Very impressive by the big guys.
Yes, indeed. Patcher will let him go. 4-3.
Like Dan said, these are some big guys, but they're very athletic, and you can tell they're very strong wrestlers.
No doubt. When I was looking at the weigh-in sheets of the match, I was looking forward to. We talked about it beforehand, and we talked about during the match how good these teams are up top. We saw Del Portis pin a very good wrestler, first-year guy in Jay Martin. Now you got the big guys going at it. Now Eldred has a fair amount of pins to his resume, not as many as Patcher. We'll see how the third period might shake out as far as fitness.
And I bet you both guys did not think they'd be going to the third period today.
As the longer this match goes, I tend to favor Ty Eldred here.
I think you're right, Dan. I mean, he's hanging in there very good, and he's only down by 1 point. And the quickness of some of these moves, you can grab a point within a second, and that's all you need here. 2 points, and Kittatinny can come away with the victory here.
They've already locked up the team win. They'll go to 2-1 in the division. They'll go to 15-2 overall as they'll host state tournament North 1 Group 1 on Monday. We went through that. They'll see Lenape Valley in the first round. They did not wrestle Lenape Valley this year. They're telling Patcher to let him go. But 1:30 to go. Patcher with the 4-3 lead.
Eldred's got to be careful here because he can cradle him when he gets up.
Return to the mat. And look at, Eldred with a nice move, and he picks up the 2. And he'll take a 5-4 lead on the switch. Patcher will get out. We're tied at 5. This has been a great match.
And they're still moving pretty good. I mean, we're 5 minutes into this match, and these big guys are banging it out with about 45 seconds to go in the third period.
Patcher 24-0, Eldred 18-3, or 21-3, excuse me. Are we going to head to overtime? Let's see if any one of these guys make a move here in the final 30.
Well, they've been scoring quick, and there is about 30 seconds to go, like you said, so anything can happen.
Oh, good job by Eldred to fight that off. 15 seconds to go. They'll roll out.
Boy, these guys are going at it.
There they are. Seems like Eldred's the fresher of the 2 right now. Now locked up. And we're going to head to overtime unless someone makes a move here. I think these guys are going to be happy to get a little bit of a break. And we will go to overtime, tied at 5. By far the match of the night. We'll have 30 seconds.
And what a great way to end this morning's match with 2 heavyweights going into overtime. You don't see that too often.
So we got a minute. Excuse me, I said 30 seconds. It's a minute. If no one scores, we'll go to that 30 seconds. So whoever picks up points here will be the winner. Southern victory. 38 seconds to go. Patcher. Eldred fights off. Patcher with the throw. But Eldred's there. And he's got, oh my God, what a move by Patcher. He gets Eldred to the back and he pins him. What a win by Dylan Patcher with a pin with 23 seconds to go in the first overtime as he picks up the win. What'd you see there, Mike?
Well, I just saw 2 great heavyweights really battling it out, going 4 periods. And you get to the point where you're exhausted. And somebody had to win the match. What a great contest, and what a great match.
And Patcher gets the pin. He will move to 25-0 as these teams will head to the state tournament on Monday. Want to thank Mike. Mike, great job. Appreciate you coming and working with us tonight. Don't go anywhere, folks. I'm going to have some post-game reaction from Coach Gill and a couple of wrestlers.
Cutting Edge Sports Network is the #1 high school sports site dedicated to bringing you the top local sports coverage in the New Jersey area. We are focused on curating live play-by-play broadcasting, game recaps, weekly news articles, and the best overall coverage. Everything you need to follow your local high school sports teams is right here in one place. The Cutting Edge Sports Network. Live, local, sports.
back here live at Kittatinny High School. We're here with senior Shane Nelson. Shane, big win. This is a league win. Jefferson's having a great year, and you guys just came out and took control. Talk about this win.
It was a very big win for us. As a team, we were just looking forward to this match, and we had a big win versus Pascack Hills, and our team, we're looking good right now.
You guys had two tough matches against High Point and Peaburg. You guys were at a crossroads. You went over to Newton, another big rival. It seems like everyone's you guys' rival, and you pulled out that win. Since then, you guys have been wrestling great at the right time. Talk about how big that win against Newton was to get you guys back in the race to do everything.
I mean, they're our neighbors, they're rivals. We definitely wanted that match. It was huge for us. It really was a confidence booster for our team, and we're looking to do good at sectionals and keep progressing into groups.
Yeah, let's talk about the sections you guys host. A little bit different this year. You'll wrestle 2 matches on Monday, and hopefully you'll be hosting here on Wednesday. Talk about seeing Lenape Valley. You guys didn't see them this year, but you know all those guys. Everyone wrestles year-round.
Right. Yeah, they came to our room for a scrimmage this year.
Great job tonight. Best of the rest of the way. Can you get Coach Gill for us? There he is. All right, thank you, Shane Nelson. We got Coach Gill. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coming in on paper, this looked like maybe it's going to be a dogfight, but your kids came out here and wrestled amazing. Your thoughts?
We've had a good week. We wrestled really well against Pascack Hills, partly because we don't know them and we don't know where their good kids are, so the kids wrestled really sharp. We knew this Newton match with Jefferson and the Newton match with us are so comparable, and I know they had I have a kid out too, but they have 1 or 2 kids out. So, but it was nice. The kids that showed up for me wrestled really hard.
Yeah, I was going to say, anyone that you say was a toss-up, you guys not only won, you pinned.
We got some bonus points all over the place, so I'm really happy. Even Ethan Dowling, with 15 seconds left, gets an escape to make it an extra point. So I'm happy. It's this time of year where you got to scratch out, an 8-point decision and tech falls and work for a pin. So hopefully it's coming at the right time.
You guys, a little bit of a crossroads. You lost to High Point and Peaburg. You went over to Newton. We talked after that. It seems like that win right at the ship, and you guys are doing what you need to do right now.
That really was a big turning point for our season. We could have went in a hole really easy after being hammered. We won, 3 matches on the mat, 1 with a forfeits or 4, and we won 2 against Phillipsburg. So 1 week we only won 5 matches out of 28 out of 20 matches. So it was nice. I thought the Newton match was good. The very next day, we had a barn burner with Riverdale. Same exact thing. So, yeah, that was like a turning point.
Just talk about the states coming up. You got Lenape Valley. I know you know them. You didn't see them this year, but you guys, I think, rolled around the mat, had some practice. And it's a new format. We're back to the old format when you guys were wrestling 2 in one night.
On a Monday. Yeah, it's funny how things change and they come back. But, yeah, we have Lenape. We did scrimmage them. I have, new coach. I have a lot of respect for Anthony. We'll see how it goes. Pompton Lakes was in our Christmas tournament, so we'll have to go and look what head-to-heads we have. We didn't have many. Cresco I don't see, so it'll be interesting. But if the kids come in with their heads on like they did today, I'll be pretty happy.
John, you have your own kids, you have grandkids, but you were like a proud grandpa, papa when they announced all the state champs. You had the honor of coaching all of them. You're smiling right now just thinking about it. How cool is that?
What memories! And you were around for a lot of it. So I'm so proud of them. They grow up. I'm meeting their wives. I'm meeting their children. That's what's the fun part. Just the generations of the next generation of Valentes and Livingston. I see a little clone of Will. Little Liam was floating around. But so I'm. It's a good feeling. I'm very proud. A lot of people went into that. Lynn Cron would be smiling right now. Lynn was with me for, I think, all of them. So a lot to be proud of. That's why I enjoy this job so much.
Well, John, you do it, and you do it excellently. Congratulations on a nice win tonight, and good luck in states.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to wrap up our live coverage here on the Cutting Edge Sports Network. Great win for Kittatinny as they'll go into states. Jefferson, season's not over. They still got the state tournament. They want to get to a final and possibly see High Point again. So that'll wrap it up for Kittatinny. For the whole crew and my partner, Mike Warsaw, I'm Dan Cleary. We'll see you again soon.